Hi, I'm Stephen Kinsey, and I intend to study biomedical engineering.
Hello, I'm Brendan Guideman, and I intend to study industrial engineering.
I'm Logan Edwards, and I intend to study aerospace engineering.
I'm Samuel Herring, and I intend to study aerospace engineering. And
we are SharpShooters!
For Freshman Engineering Design Day, our team was tasked with creating a precision launcher. But what are the parameters of our precision launcher? Well, it must fit within a 4x4x4 feet cube, have 2 transfers of energy, launch accurately a foam projectile 30 feet away, and only use 5 pounds worth of weight in transfer of energy.
Jeremiah was the bullfrog!
To begin construction of our precision launcher, we started with the design cycle. The first step being defining the problem. Our original problem was that we needed a launcher that would shoot 30 feet and also harness 2 transfers of energy. So immediately we started searching for solutions. Among our solutions, we looked at the different types of energy that we could use. We looked at electric energy, we looked at chemical energy, we looked at nuclear energy, but then we started to narrow down our choices, and we realized that more mechanical types of energy would be better because we couldn't exactly harness the power of splitting atoms into our launcher. So we started looking at elastic potential energy and gravitational potential energy the most. Among our solutions, we also looked at different designs for how we could harness these, and we decided that a crossbow would be the most efficient and accurate way that we could harness both elastic and gravitational potential energy. So then we began to build, and as we began to build, we realized that working with PVC pipe is a little bit more difficult than it seems. So we decided that for our project, we were going to have an elastic band, and at the resting point of the elastic band, we would have the bullet, which would be a Nerf dart. Then, when the weight drops at the back of the project, it pulls back on the elastic band, which fires forward and hits the bullet out of the barrel towards the target. However, once we built this design, we realized that this actually would not be an efficient method for this because when the elastic band would slap forward, it would merely hit the bullet out rather than launch it out.
For our second design cycle, we realized the problem was that we weren't getting an efficient transfer of energy from our elastic band and our weight to our bullet. So after that, we had to search for solutions. How could we fix this? The 2 options that we came up with was A, do we build a longer barrel, or B, is there a more efficient way to transfer the energy with the current system we have? And after narrowing it down, we figured out that building the longer barrel was going to be the easier solution. So when we went to go build it, we knew that we didn't have the abilities to cut the PVC pipe, but NC State offered the resources at the Craft Center, and the people there were able to build and cut our PVC pipe down the center, which made it possible for us to have our design. However, when we started to test and check it, we found that while we could fire farther, the transfer of energy wasn't efficient enough yet to get to the 30 feet goal that we needed. This led to the next design cycle.
Then we had to define the problem of why the dart wasn't shooting the full 30 feet, and we figured out that the dart wasn't following the elastic band because it was being pulled back too quickly by the weight. So we searched for solutions for this problem, and we tried lubing up the tube, and we tried changing the lengths of the rope connected to the weight and the release mechanism. At last, we narrowed it down to building a ramp that would slow down how fast the weight fell and give the dart time to follow the elastic. So we built this and tested it, and we were consistently hitting our 30 feet mark.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This is our final crossbow design. Here we have a string with a cabinet piece attached, and attached to this cabinet piece, which is our release mechanism, would be a weight. The weight would fall down, pulling this elastic band back, and when the tension in the rope was too strong, the cabinet piece would release, releasing the elastic band as well, pushing forward. The modified foam dart would be in there, following the elastic band back, and as the elastic band released, the dart would go forward with the kinetic energy stored, or with the same magnitude of kinetic energy as was stored in potential energy in this elastic band, out the barrel, and hopefully 30 feet away. Unfortunately, on design day, our project was camera shy. Whenever we got up to do our actual performance, the string holding the weight broke. When the string broke, our project only shot 25 feet. After retying the string and adjusting the ramp, the project no longer performed well.
what you're wondering. You're wondering what I would have wanted to do differently if I had to do this project over. Well, if I had to do one thing, I'd probably figure out how to harness nuclear energy into our project. Not gonna lie, that would have been pretty cool and we could have launched it 3,000 feet. But in reality, I would have gotten earlier started on the project because maybe I could have figured something out like that, and then honestly, we kind of rushed at the end, so we probably could have had a better result if we had started earlier. Also, that would definitely be my advice to all you future students, because if you get an earlier start, you'll do a lot better.
What I would have done differently, a sentiment I'm sure most of my teammates share, is to start earlier. However, my advice for upcoming freshmen is definitely not to focus on the competition aspect of this. It's more about learning the design cycle. Just make sure that you're learning how the engineering process works more than worrying about, is your project perfect?
If I could have done anything differently with this project, probably using the rope was our biggest issue, because it came untied from our release mechanism too many times to count. However, if I have advice for next year's freshmen doing the design day, I'd recommend starting early, partially so that you have more time to work on it, but also you have to remember that to test this, you need 30 feet of range, and you're only going to find that outside, and November's really cold, so don't wait till the last moment because you're going to be freezing for 3 hours on Saturday trying to test your
If I
device.
had to go back and do something different, I'd probably use a simpler design for our launcher because ours had a lot of points of failure, and that's what really messed us up on Fed Day. My advice for future freshmen is probably to look around campus and see what resources you have that you can use here, because at the craft center there were so many things that we didn't know we could use until a month before our project was due. So you should really check it out.